recruiter to part of your role here beyond forward as well?
Yeah, well, it's obviously it worked out great, but I think our recruiting staff, Parks and Cripper, and I think they loved him all the way through, right from back when he was drafted. They chatted to him pre his drafting. I think he was drafted bottom age 2008, so they've watched him all the way through, and obviously, as he said, this year he had a really consistent good year in the Sydney Reserves, played every game and just struggled to break in with their strong, obviously, premiership backline. So hopefully he, touch wood, his injuries are behind him and he's worked really hard on the knees to get over that, and he'll get an opportunity, and I'm sure he'll grab it with both hands.
What are your goals for the year, John?
Obviously first, just get the body right. It was a bit of a battle last year, and the operations obviously had to be done, so we'll get that right first, and then obviously just play some consistent senior footy and stay out there, train to it every session throughout the week would be a good start, and just consistent footy down the forward line, really work with Westy and Schultz and Dennis Stewart and those both again, and obviously brought in Angus to play down there and really work with the forward strongly, Butter again, and stay out on the track and play some consistent footy and really be a valuable contributor to the team.
How frustrating was this for you?
Obviously a little bit frustrating with the hips when they were pulling up a bit sore and couldn't quite get through all the training sessions during the week and stuff, and getting injections to play it in the latter stage of the year. But obviously that's footy, and I reckon half the list goes through that, so half the guys at every other club in the AFL, so that's footy. You got to deal with injuries, but yeah, hopefully the body will be feeling a little bit better this year, have a big pre-season, build into it, and as I said, have a good crack at it.
The club's talk about maybe recruiting Liam Jarrett. How exciting would it be to play alongside him?
Yeah, definitely another, obviously one of the most exciting players in the AFL. It'd be great to have him running around down the forward line alongside you, but obviously that's up to the club, and I think Kenny's pretty keen maybe to see him train or have a look at him, obviously interview him and meet with him again. I think they've already chatted with him a few times, but obviously meet with him again, and that's going to be up to the recruiting staff and coaching staff and the football staff, whether or not he's going to be a yes or a no.
Obviously Ben Jacobs not making the trip. What do you make of this situation?
Benny obviously asked to look for an opportunity in Melbourne to be closer to family and friends and stuff like that, but we're still confident that we can get him back now. Trade didn't work out. He's obviously got some really good relations over here with the players, and obviously he's a first round pick and he's only been here 2 years, so we definitely don't want to lose him, especially when he has played, I think, 26 games in those 2 years, so we think he's going to be a very, very handy footballer, and we're still pretty keen for that to be with us. So obviously not making the trip to London, but I think there must be another month to the draft, so if he decides to go that way or not, we're not sure. I'm sure the coaches and recruiting staff will sit down with him and see what he's thinking, but if he does decide that he can come back here, the players are going to welcome him with open arms. We know that he can be a big part of our future.
Will you try and get in touch with him yourself, John? Maybe give him a call?
Yeah, definitely. I was actually gave him a few calls and in pretty good contact with him pre his decision to go back, and he told me sort of the reasons that why he wanted to go back, and I guess could understand them from his point of view. But definitely I've already sent him a message post the trade not going through, and pretty keen to have a chat with him on the phone, and I think a lot of the boys have been in contact after the trade didn't go through, and as I said, the players will welcome him back with open arms, and we're pretty keen to get him back because he's going to be a pretty handy footballer.
Your view of the new look coaching panel, have you had much to do with them, and what are your thoughts?
Very, very exciting to get Kenny across. Actually haven't met him face to face yet, just coming back late last week, but I'm obviously flying to London tomorrow night and meet up with him there, and hopefully I think that was his plan over there, to get a fair bit of one-on-one time with his new players, and obviously gets a first-hand look at some of the boys out on the park over there, which will be fantastic. But yeah, exciting to get Kenny in. He's obviously had great experience up at Gold Coast working with the younger list, which is sort of where we're at the minute, so definitely the right man for the job. And I met Alan Richardson the other day, and seems like a fantastic bloke, and he's been involved with some successful sides as well, so it'd be great for him to oversee the whole coaching department. So yeah, it's an exciting time ahead.